Now we will see how the Gauss-Quadrature formula can be used for solving problems.
So when we are using this quadrature formula, first of all, we have to transform the independent variable. X is to be transformed into y. And select the appropriate value of n. How many points are to be taken, whether it is 2, 3 or 4. We have to select. Then substitute the values of I, Ri and Yi and solve the formula. So these are the steps involved. First of all, whatever may be the formula given, whatever may be the function given, we have to transform it to this style -1 to 1, and then select the appropriate value of n and proceed. And we will see when you take n as 2, the polynomial of the order 1, that is a straight line. And the corresponding Gauss-Quadrature formula is this one. That is sum of those values. So we are evaluating only this part. Integral of -1 fy dy over the range -1 to 1. On substituting this, we will get, say, Ri is 1, R1 is 1, R2 is also 1, Y1 is used here to evaluate the function, and here Y2 is used to evaluate the function, and this has been substituted and the value of this integral is evaluated. So it will give the exact answer for any function up to a cubic one. It will be giving an exact answer. Even though we are approximating a polynomial of order 1, any function which is having the feature of a cubic order function, it will be giving right answers. That is the observation from the mathematicians who developed it. And this is the expression which we will get when we are using n equal to 2. Instead, if we are using n equal to 3, then there will be 3 such terms involved in the expression. For each term, we have to substitute the corresponding weight and y value. Weight corresponding y. So we are getting the evaluation, the integral evaluated, and this will be correct up to 5th order. So n is taken as 3, we will be getting 3 plus 2 up to the order of 5. We will be getting exact answer for the integral, and this can be extended to 4. And here also you can see when we are adding, n is taken as 4 terms are there. Each of the weightages and corresponding values of yi can be substituted, and we get the expression for evaluating this integral. Now, how this is related to our trapezoidal rule and Simpson's rule? And this is a trapezoidal rule formula. Here what we are doing is we are taking y1, y2, y3, etc. And what is y1? Here y1 means it is a value of the function. This notation is something different from what we have explained till now. Here y1 is taken as the value of the function at x1, y1 y1 is equal to f of x1. So the value of the function at different points are being used here. It is multiplied by different weightages. Here this is multiplied by 1. Some other terms are multiplied by 2. And altogether there is a common multiplication factor. So these are used in trapezoidal rule. While coming to Simpson's rule, there again these coefficients are there. A common multiplication factor is there. And such a pattern is followed either in trapezoidal rule or Simpson's rule. Now coming to the Gauss quadrature, these are not taken in the same way but in a different pattern. The weightages are predefined. Here also the weightages are predefined, but it is related to the interval between 2 points. H is an interval between the 2 points. It is related, this multiplication factor is related to the interval, but that interval is not specified in Gauss quadrature. That is automatically the system or that formula itself specifies what should be the interval. This means Gauss quadrature formula and trapezoidal or Simpson's rule all are similar. Now we can illustrate the usage along with a typical question, typical value of the function. So here the problem is given like this. To integrate a function x square plus 2x over the range 2 to 4. Now a is 2 and b is 4. Fx is 2x square plus 2x, which is to be transformed into y with limits of integration -1 to 1. For that we are using the same approach. X is equal to b minus a by 2 into y plus a plus b by 2. X is equal to py plus q. That expression is used, and we find that x is equal to y by y plus 3. Fx is equal to x square plus 2x is given. Wherever x appears, y plus 3 is used. The formula changes into y square plus 8y plus 15. So we are going to integrate this one, and it is just a constant which is to be multiplied. So for evaluating this integral, we use n equal to 2. It is only randomly we are taking n equal to 3. If you are taking n equal to 3, the equation will be a little bit different. We can see that part also. If it is n equal to 2, equation is this one. b minus a by 2 is there into r fy1 plus r2 fy2. And what is r1? r1 is a weightage. In that case, it is 1. When n is 2 from the table, r is 1, r1 is 1. And the corresponding value of y1 is this one. It may not be taken all these 7 digits. We can leave it to say 3 or 4 digits. So this stands for y1 square plus 8 into y1 plus 15. This expression in bracket is evaluated. Then r2, again r2 is also 1. Again it is multiplied here, and here it is not minus, it is plus. upon evaluating it, we will get 30.667 as the value of this integral. Using the second order approximation, or n equal to 2. The same problem with n equal to 3. We will have 3 terms, and all the 3 terms are to be evaluated. So y1 square plus 8y1 plus 15 to be multiplied by r1. R1, the value of R1 is this one, and corresponding value of y1 minus 7.77455 by 9, and those values are to be used. Here it is 0, y2 is 0. So corresponding values and weightage, this is R2, this is R2, and finally we will be getting this answer. In both the cases, we are getting the same answer. Okay. So all this, whatever is explained out right now, it is available in my textbook, and it is available, say, from Flipkart. The hard copy is available, and from Amazon you may be able to get a Kindle edition. Okay. Shall we stop? Okay. Thank you.